fact, well, I keep seeing on the news that everybody else is in the snow, so I just really feel extremely fortunate that we're able to be out here at the beach today, here in California. You know, the big topic today is, those airplane metaphors the president was using in the State of the Union address. Were those fighting words? Well, let's all come together. So for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headline of today. The deficit is going to be $500 billion more, and it's the fault of the Republicans.
I know. They said they waited 9 hours until after the Obama speech to make the announcement that bipartisanship was really and absolutely gone. When he said the president was forced to accept $500 billion in additional spending that he didn't want to do. Well, first of all, no, the tax money was not counted as revenue for the deficit to begin with. So it was never going to be anything to do with the deficit. The deficit increase was Obama's spending for all those other programs that he forced the Republicans to sign on to in order to get the tax decrease for everybody. So the $500 billion is his problem, plus the fact they're finally getting hearings from people that Obama would not allow to attend congressional hearings before on health care. Right off the bat, the CBO for Medicare, basically said the program can't work. You're stripping it of $500 billion that is needed to balance the books, and that not only will it not work, it will increase the deficit, plus the fact that you are not going to be able to keep your health care policy under Obamacare, period. But Democrats are already saying, well, that's just his supposition. Oh, it's the guy that runs the book.
And Obama with yet another back-of-the-bus comment to the Republicans, move together or not at all.
No, he did nothing but attack the Republicans yesterday. Did one attack after another attack. Well, now that you're in charge, and when your feet get firmly planted in the ground, you're going to find out that the public is not going to like what they want to see.
Well, you know, part of it is I listened to his speech. I mean, part of the time he sounded like, conciliatory, let's all work together. And then the other part of the time, well, let's just say those are fighting words.
Basically, it was just his half-ass, actually what the guy said was his typical smart-ass statement, because he said they couldn't see where they think this guy is a great orator, because they said he's one smart-ass, he's got a fat mouth and a smart-ass, when he says things. He cannot go 2 sentences without belittling somebody every time he speaks.
Well, I guess that's, since he put it all in the speech, then no matter what side you're on, you can gather what...
Well, they said that, everybody but the Democrats, the people on the left, got the message that they want spending stopped. But the Democrats, he wants to add, they say, $4.5 trillion more to the deficit for infrastructure spending.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it can't be done. So.
And Keith Olbermann gives abrupt goodbye to the MSNBC show.
Well, they're blaming it on the people over at Comcast. No, it's got to do with the fact that he's been treading on shaky grounds for 2 years. They said when he got suspended at the election for supporting a candidate on the air, that was the beginning of the end, because they basically fired him on the air, is what they did.
They did?
Well, because he was getting ready to make more smart, basically him and Obama would get along well together, because there was never a Republican that he liked either, and he basically lets it be known. But they said he's probably going to go online, or he's going to go on talk radio. But it's all right for the Democrats to have talk radio, it's not for Republicans.
And new home sales in 2010 fall to the lowest in 47 years.
But don't worry. According to the people, that was the signs are all going up. The housing sales are record sales. Housing starts are record, and they're hiring people everywhere.
Yeah, and more spending on high-speed rail and high-speed internet.
Yeah, which basically the high-speed internet is going to be in places where there's nobody living. And like in California, they have the $9 billion rail system to nowhere. It's $1 billion a mile. It's a 200-mile-an-hour system that's only going to have 9 miles built.
Oil platform plan threatens rare Pacific well, says WWF.
Well, every time you build something, according to the Obama administration environmentalist, all oil wells are hazardous.
And the rules have changed, and the U.S. must not let itself be left behind by other fast-growing economies like China and India, Obama said.
He's responsible for it happening. He has basically killed all innovations. They said that his rules and regulations have so damaged small businesses, they don't want to get involved in doing anything because basically, I mean, you got to tell people now if you're a stonemason that you're dealing with hazardous material, and they'll fine you if you don't put the signs up. Plus, you have to warn all your employees now that they can sue you for hazardous material.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to unionize all of these individual companies now.
Yeah, which means you don't get any employees.
They're not going to hire. They can't hire anybody, and because the businesses can't afford to. They can't afford to hire somebody that can turn around and sue them. So.
And 23-story rocket blast off in California.
Yeah, and everybody's still trying to figure out what that was. It was the largest rocket ever set up. It's going to have one massive payload while we deploy.
A New Yorker searches for owner of remarkable blizzard photos.
Well, those are the photos that basically caught all of the city employees, you know, damaging vehicles, deliberately damaging vehicles, not working, you know, all of that stuff.
New government investments in education and infrastructure such as roads and bridges, and more market opening deals with other nations.
Well, first of all, his market opening deals, he's going to go to South America and open up markets for us in Marxist countries that don't want to do business with us. You know, basically they sell us coffee, they sell us other things because we're the largest buyers. But they're not going to buy from us because they can buy from China cheaper, folks. And all this other things, like I said, 4.5 trillion to rebuild the infrastructure. Education, they need to hire, they said we need to hire another 1 million teachers and build another 100,000 schools. And all of that will help build the economy.
U.S. Representative Bachmann brings Tea Party message to Iowa.
Oh yeah, she's a real loony. She's running for president. I mean, she basically said the thing. She pissed off the Republicans when she said you got to have fiscal responsibility. And unfortunately, there's very few people. He said the same people that were having their kumbaya moments, which I think he also said that the biggest problem they had was they tried to figure out which one was supposed to lead and who was supposed to bring the corsages.
Oh. Suburban Detroit officer suspect die in shootout.
In 24 hours, 11 police officers were targeted across the nation. And they're all Marxist socialists that were doing it. Now, they said all 11 killings, they said it's amazing. There was not one conservative involved in it, but there was a lot of Marxist socialists that want to advocate the overthrow of the government involved. And
at Obama's midpoint, an altered State of the Union.
Well, yeah, basically they didn't alter it. They said that the people have said this State of the Union was wrote 2 months ago, and all they've done is added things to it. But
wait, they wrote it 2 months ago?
Wrote it 2 months ago. He basically decided to declare war right after the election. This was a war room again. They said it was his announcement that he's going to war for the American public against the Republicans who want to throw your nanny out on the street and starve her to death.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Basically, the mean rhetoric started
about
5 minutes after the speech was done. The Democrats just started pounding away on Republicans are out to destroy your family.
Yeah, so much for even trying to look like they're partisan.
Well, they said the president has done nothing bipartisan since he become president. That stimulus thing was basically Obama can count on 3 Republicans to vote to spend money anytime he wants to spend money, and that's what's done it. 3 Republicans want to spend money, folks.
In shakeup, Google tries to hold off new threats.
Yeah, Google basically got they're not being allowed to do Google TV, which they thought they're going to have to do it like everybody else and buy a network, which they have no money to do. And they're not being allowed into other areas because they're being chased out of China. They said the reason why the head of the CEO went because he was too friendly with Obama and too friendly with China. That's why he's gone.
Republican-controlled House voted 256 to 165 to return most domestic agencies to 2008 budget levels.
And the Democrats immediately insist on bars. It's just anytime the Republicans pass anything to save money, it's just going to be a farce, and then it's never going to go anywhere. Well, they know that because Harry Reid's not going to bring it up, and the president will just veto it. So
I know, but
they,
at least they're on record as trying to do
I know
something.
the Democrats have no proposals for, well, actually they do. We're going to save $40 billion a year. The interest on Obama's debt is $300 and some billion a year.
Ouch.
Basically, all he does is it just gets worse.
As edgy New York City disappears, does its character go too?
Well, it's just they've done the same thing in California. Venice Beach is no longer Venice Beach anymore. And New York is removing all of those people that made New York the characters what it was. I mean, Damon Runyon would not recognize New York anymore.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Well, until last night, I never realized that investment didn't mean actual spending of money you don't have.
Oh, you didn't? Well, no, I thought investment was just when they wanted you to spend money.
Not anymore.
Oh.
It will be it's going to make money in the end, so therefore it's not a spending.